Rockets and fireworks aren't the only things that can light up the sky. Take a look at this. It is a gigantic jet, and to explain this further, let's bring in meteorologist Alex O'Brien. What are we looking at here?
So it's a transient luminous event, or TLE, that happens above the clouds, and this one probably went as high as the mesosphere, and this happens when there's an intense electrical activity above a thunderstorm. And the photo was taken by NASA, and Colorado's own Nicole Ayers was a part of the SpaceX crew that saw the gigantic jet as they were flying over Mexico and the U.S.
That is an incredible sight right there. Obviously, I've never seen anything like that. So that's not something we could ever see from the ground, is it?
You could see a Sprite, the red part of that, but they last less than a second. They're really rare. They're really hard to see. So that's a great capture. So even taking a
photo is difficult then.
Really hard.
And Nicole Ayers, I do want to say, she's from Woodland Park, went to the Air Force Academy, and now she's floating above us in space and taking some incredible photos. So that's awesome. I'm going to call that Mother Nature's firework.
For sure.
Perfect timing for 4th of July.
NASA astronaut Nicole Ayers snapped this photo from the International Space Station this morning, showing what is called a Sprite. That is a transient luminous event which happens above the clouds when intense thunderstorms are active below. Definitely not something you see every day.
They actually look like more spaceships. It's a little spooky.
Yeah.
Striking displays are triggered by intense electrical activity in storm clouds and can generally only be seen from above. That is one incredible shot. Look at
cool.
that. Yeah.
All right, let's bring in Andrea. I'm sure you have thoughts on the Sprite.
You know what? I spent about 45 minutes looking at this photo.
I knew you would.
It's so incredible. What a cool sight to see for her, but I'm so glad that she shared it with us.
NASA says astronomers have discovered a new interstellar comet, and right now it's about 420 million miles from Earth. But scientists say the closest it will get to Earth will be about 150 million miles, so we can breathe easy. They also say it poses no threat. The comet was 31 Atlas and discovered on July 1st. Astronomers around the world are now studying its makeup and behavior. The comet is expected to reappear in December.
Comet watch.
A milestone achievement for NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. It may have discovered its first exoplanet. Exoplanets are planets located outside of our solar system. Researchers calling the planet TWA-7b. They said it was found within a disk of debris around a star that is more than 6 million years old, located 111 light years away from Earth. The planet, about the same mass of Saturn, also is the lightest planet ever directly imaged. The research was published Wednesday in the journal Nature. Incredible, Julie.
Fox 35 mission control, an out-of-this-world discovery. NASA says it just found a new planet.
Shocking, right? Yeah, the James Webb Telescope spotted it just outside of our solar system. Fox 35's Esther Bauer explains how this discovery could help us learn more about Earth.
What you're looking at is a brand new planet we didn't know was out there until now.
News like this always gets people looking up and thinking.
NASA released the James Webb Telescope discovery this week. The brand new exoplanet is named TWA-7b. Thousands of these have already been discovered, but images like this haven't.
We haven't taken a picture. We haven't imaged it. And so that's what's really exciting.
Now that we know the planet's there, research is just beginning.
We don't just want to take a picture of them. We want to take a spectrum of them. We want to find out what their atmosphere looks like.
So far, NASA says initial analysis suggests that the object, referred to as TWA-7b, could be a young, cold planet with a mass around 0.3 times that of Jupiter, about 100 Earth masses. NASA wants to better understand its properties and how the planet formed, which will also help us learn more about Earth.
We want to know how the Earth formed, how the solar system formed. This is a snapshot into that process.
The telescope secured the snapshot of the never-before-seen planet using heat.
The Webb telescope is a very special telescope because it basically is looking for heat signatures, okay? It's in the infrared, which is heat radiated off of objects.
The big question still out there for Mark Marquette, who runs the American Space Museum in Titusville.
We are not alone. How could we be?
Can this planet we just discovered, could it sustain life?
Well, what kind of life is it? That's the other question.
Florida Tech space professor Eric Perlman doesn't think life is there now, but believes that could change as the planet moves.
Let's go 2 billion years into the future. It might be in a very different place. It might be at a place where it could support life.
International researchers made the discovery with the telescope run by NASA, the European Space Agency, and Canadian Space Agency.
Now to a story that is really, guys, out of this world. Look at these images. They're gorgeous. Newly released images of space are from the largest, digital camera ever built. They're from the Vera C. Rubin, named after Vera Cooper Rubin. She was an American astrologer or astronomer. Observatory. It sits on a mountaintop in northern Chile.
Yeah, the images offer unprecedented looks at the light from millions of stars and galaxies. They come from about 10 hours of observation. The team's mission is to create a time-lapse record of galaxies, asteroids, and other objects as they change over a 10-year period.
Joining us now to tell us more about these brilliant pictures is Phil Marshall, Deputy Director of Rubin Operations for SLAC. Good morning, Phil. We are so excited to have you with us. We're all kind of science nerds around here.
Yeah,
and so when we see these pictures, it just gets us so excited. Can you tell us what makes this camera so special and different from all the other space telescopes out there?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks for having me on. So the thing that makes this camera different really is its size. So it's 3,200 megapixels. And you know what that means, right? It means you can zoom and zoom and zoom and keep looking, see more and more detail. And that's really what the LSST camera gets us.
What is it that I've read that it's dark matter that you guys really want to get your eyesight on, but what does something like this actually give you that we haven't ever been able to see before?
So it gets us everything. That's the thing. It's such a big camera. You can see all the stars, all the galaxies in the southern sky, but also everything that's moving in this time-lapse movie, everything that's changing, cosmic explosions going off. Over the course of the 10-year movie, we'll see all of that.
And the asteroids, you can see asteroids that are out there that we had no idea were out there before, right?
That's right. Just in this first week of observation, we happened to see 2,000 new asteroids that hadn't been discovered before. I'm personally interested in learning how and why the universe's expansion is accelerating. We're able to do that from the millions, billions of galaxies that we observe. But actually, I think I'm most excited about what other people might discover, and in particular, what kids out there might discover. We have a department at the observatory dedicated to making these data available to students, kids, people of all ages, scientists of all ages, and it'll be fun to see what they find.
A slew of exciting discoveries ahead. Phil Marshall from the Rubin Observatory, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it.
It's super fun. I can't wait to meet the people that you're going to find, or maybe not people, but beings that you're going to find.
Hey, you never know.
Just in a couple of days from now.
We're not alone. We're not alone.